Trump match!
This week on My Time to Talk.
Our elections.
Supacell.
What did we think of Supacell afterwards? I did think, like, even with superpowers, black people ain't got no money. Do you know what I mean?
Shit.
Type of thing. And it's to an age of 19, and he brings home a 40-year-old woman who is not going to have any children.
The kid part, really, once again, the age and the kid part doesn't really faze me. If you pass the age of 18, that's your decision. But what I'd say is live more life, because she's already 40. She's had a lot of life.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking of the logistics of it. So I'm thinking cradle snatcher. I'm thinking, how long has this been going on? I'm thinking, did this happen start at 19 or did this happen before 19? I'm looking to bust somebody's head. I'll fight it now, but at this time I'm just going for it. No fight, I want it. No.
Don't fight over.
No fights. I want to die.
Hello! Perfect! Come in.
Hi! We're back!
We back, bitches.
My time to talk. The riddle, the answer, the riddle. The last time he was here, what was the riddle? Is what you're probably asking. But the answer was needle. So, and we're going to start with the weekly affair.
Got something else to speak about today in the time of the weekly affair, but we'll just do a quick rundown of what happened this week. Yeah. Well, most recently. I don't want to be the one to say, because I don't know if it's going to come across too
the
clear.
Elections.
Oh, right, no.
Oh.
Okay, go on, yeah.
I thought you were talking about that guy getting shot in his
That's
face.
what I said. I don't want to come across too gleeful, so I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
There'll be so many. You might as well not even have an election.
Where's my little...
Just cut to the chase and make him president.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Oh.
No, I'm confused.
I don't know. Well, I was talking about our election.
You was talking about our elections, yeah.
And our election in the UK.
I didn't want to look too...
Has now been... Ria, don't take the mickey. There's people that are very...
No, but people are actually standing in solidarity. This is me standing in solidarity.
Okay. Well,
Trump match! In all your
our elections... Our elections is done and dusted, and we've got a full quota of Labour for our... It's probably not going to make a difference, because God knows it took them 14 years to get in this mess. I'm sure that it ain't going to happen in a month or two. The starting of Parliament is done with.
Fucking Parliament.
Quick rundown. They found Jay Slater.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Jay.
That was the other one that happened. There was a Cambodian guy that had the two gay people in the suitcase.
Yeah.
They found on Tower Bridge or something like that. What? Was it Tower Bridge?
No.
Oh,
in Bristol.
Was it in Bristol?
Yeah,
there was a
Cambodian. Do you watch the news at all?
No.
I saw that guy with
that. Did you see on Instagram? That's all I saw it on. Yeah.
What happened?
A Cambodian guy. They found two bodies in a suitcase in Bristol.
One suitcase?
I don't know. I think it was multiple suitcases.
This says that some people saw him going to the suspension bridge.
Cambodian immigrant guy, the Cambodian migrant, put two gay guys in a suitcase. Obviously,
who he was living with.
Unalived guys. You know.
What?
You need to watch the news.
I don't want to say thinking, because apparently we get thinking if we keep saying badness. So
no, we don't want that. We don't want no controversy.
Okay,
that's my point.
Right. So Cambodian people in the suitcase. What else?
So what's your weekly affair then?
It makes me wonder.
Because it's nothing in the news.
The Euros.
What is your weekly affair?
Oh yeah, that's what I had to.
No, you didn't.
Of course I had to deal with that. Are you not forgetting who
we live in England?
My partner is?
Yes, but your weekly affair for yourself, what would that be?
Oh, nothing. I don't dabble in these negative things. I've only saw that man with his thing on his plaster on his ear because of the internet ripping him. Not for any other thing. I did not hear about no man being put in a suitcase. That's for sure.
Oh my God.
Obviously, that.
You heard about Jay Slater.
The voting. I voted for me. I'll put my name on the ballot.
Oh yeah, we did. We tried to get Reashy in, guys.
So I'm coming for you guys next 3 years, 4 years.
4 years.
You might see me there, running for the election.
If they've got anything
on a bus.
to do with it, yeah.
And
we went on holiday, guys.
Oh yeah, our holiday.
Most importantly.
Yeah, sorry. So that's where we've been.
Yeah, that's where we've been.
I would say, do you see?
Not for this whole time.
Check the time, but obviously it's gone now. It's like been like a decade since we went. But yeah, no, the honey buzz was amazing. See pictures here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
View the shorts. The short gives you a little glimpse.
But yeah,
I think that's it. That's the weekly affair because we got shit to talk about. We got some real shit to talk about, guys. So yeah, what is it? What is it?
And real the real stuff we're going to talk about is... Oh, perhaps not.
Sorry.
Supacell! You have to say it like that. Supacell!
What did we think of Supacell? Supercell was absolutely amazing. The concept, amazing. The acting, amazing. I mean, we had non-actors actually doing the thing, doing the thing. And that was amazing. What did you think? What do you think,
Mish? As our resident writer, what did you think?
I thought it was dope. Yeah, I definitely thought that was dope. Like, initially when I think episode 1, when the black woman was running through the hall, I was like, okay.
Oh, that's the very beginning, though.
I was like, oh gosh, like, where are we going with this? What are we doing? Why are we locked up? Like, I was already thinking so much. So I'm really excited to see how it's now knowing how what powers they have and what like kind of characters they are. It's going to be interesting to know what they're actually doing with those people in the
future,
in the little area that they start in. Obviously, I'm still trying not to do spoilers. I feel like a lot of time has passed for you to have
I think we can do spoilers because I'm going to put it as a disclaimer that there's going to be spoilers anyway.
Okay.
So just go
for
it. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to watch it. Like, what's going on?
Please do watch it. But yeah, what are they doing with them in the lab? Because obviously they know that they're catching people and taking them there, but what are they actually doing with these black people?
That's a good fact.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
I think it was thingy because I saw a lot of people like, oh, they're going to show black people in a different light, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, did you guys watch the same thing? Like the gang stuff, okay, I get that. But that was one person's story. Like, that's Taser's story. What about Rodney's story? What about Michael's story? Like, these people, Sabrina, she's a nurse. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are just your everyday people. I thought it was a good representation of black people in London. Like, you got your everyday delivery people, your working people. Yeah. If you left out the crud bit, then you would be doing a disservice to South London because that is South London, isn't it? Like,
that's what he said actually in an interview. He said the same thing. It's like, well, London?
Yeah.
South London. I mean,
so I
like, what did you really want us to represent? But I did think actually throughout afterwards, I did think like even with superpowers, black people ain't got no money. Do you know what I mean?
Shit.
Type of thing. And it was like, do you know, they're still poor, they're still selling drugs, they're still, I did think a bit like that. But that is probably my age.
It made no difference.
And it's like, well, the superpower still went over to
cost of lives was still happening.
A white man. And that was another thing. It was like, well,
what was that?
The most superpower was a white man who didn't have any powers, was sending out people who did have powers to do the dirty work, and that sort of like smacked of like,
it was a white woman.
Oh, this is the same old, you know what I mean? That did smack of
but
that,
I think it is a thingy, because normally, like, they would have just left it as the black person being, you know, what do they call them, the antagonist.
Yeah, like aggravated.
So at least they kind of switched it on their head, and we found out like that was actually somebody behind that, like behind the Gets character crazy. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just him; he was just a person that was out there. But they've used his power of thingy of being able to have influence in the streets and stuff.
But it was still a white man, a white woman.
I get it,
well, the white woman was the be all and end all.
She was the one that was finger,
you know, which is, as I say, as they've just said, you need to watch
spoilers,
it. You know what I mean? Shame on you if you haven't. But you know what I mean?
I did like with. I've got to say, it's like I don't know if it would be classed as anti-feminist or feminist, but when the young guy boxed that girl in the face, I was like, no, he don't business.
Like,
he does not business. He literally
when she's going
like,
off
they were like,
in the
cool.
streets.
Yeah, I'm with this,
he was
I'm
the one
with
that
that.
set her up.
I did it. And all of them man are trying to like have a little conversation, and he just pushed through, just boxed in her face, just carried on smacking her in her face.
We don't condone violence against women, guys. But
I don't condone.
It's like if you want to go on like a man, sometimes you're gonna get like slapped up. Basically,
I don't condone any violence. However, what I did appreciate is that there are men out here who don't give a fuck. And so stop trying to act like you can take someone coming in your face and punching you up, because then you want to chat about, oh, what are you doing hitting a woman, and the girls are chatting like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You can't take it then. Don't be trying to open your mouth in them kind of situations then if you don't want to get boxed up. Because you're asking to get boxed up.
That's what's going to happen, yeah.
So
good representation of a superpower.
And good issues
and change as well.
I
kind of did get that crazy was going to be a baddie in the end, actually.
Quickly,
But, I thought that it was...
Well,
really
that's
a good depiction.
I liked the storyline.
Well worth it. Bring on season 2 is what I say. You know what I mean? Thank God for something new in the respect of superpowers and black people being, even though it was depicting, it wasn't depicting slavery, which was kind of good all the time. You know what I mean? That isn't just our only history, so to speak.
I feel like it's a really good it's a really good show anyway, but then it's also a really good influence for what can be up and coming, for it to be on Netflix as well and to reach number 1 in the UK and like outside of the UK. I think that's pretty dope. And like then it's pushing people to get their stuff out there as well. So
that's
it is a good thing. And 5 years is actually quite short to get it produced. So that is a really short amount of time. Normally these shows take longer. So coming off the back of Queenie as well.
He is an exceptional writer, producer, like
which
people
will have the
watched
writer
his,
is
Ratman, so people will have watched Ratman from back in the day. Like he used to just kind of
he has got other
on
things.
He used to just release stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, so people would know probably Shiro's story, which was amazing as well, and that's got him kind of commentating the story, so that kind of was his signature, sort of like, if anybody knows Cadet, rest in peace. Very similar, but I do think that Ratman did it first. But yeah, and then Blue Story, that actually came out in cinema. And that had Michael, the boy from Top Boy, Jamie from Top Boy. That kind of was one of his first leading, well no, probably not first, because he's been acting for a while as well. But yeah, so he's been doing his thing basically. So I'm just glad that he's actually been commissioned to do something, and he's been able to just write it. He said literally just give him free rein to write it, and you can tell because, similar, not to compare, but similarly to Top Boy, it was written by a white man, and you can kind of tell the difference. Do you know what I mean? Like the I don't know. It was just giving authenticity, whereas the first Top Boy did kind of give a little bit of this was somebody else's bird's eye view from the streets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's what I think that Rapman does really well. So yeah, all the praise. There was a lot of issues that, you know, even to the point of them sitting down watching Love Island and the girls like, oh, I hate when they put black girls on these shows. Like it was all
authentic.
relatable.
Yeah,
Everything was relatable. Do you know what I mean? Like
agree.
it's stuff that we would sit and talk about, stuff that we would comment on between our own peers. So yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I
actually liked it. And bring on season 2, as I said.
please
you
do.
know, let's hear that.
Please do. And
See
please
that.
write it as well, Rapman.
Yeah, you know.
Because I don't want to see somebody else write it.
Like it now then goes to somebody
sell it
else
on to
doing
somebody
it.
else. Yeah.
Only he could
So
sell it
that
on.
was that.
Yes. Congratulations.
Very, very good.
And
I watched it twice.
moving on.
What are we doing next? Is how much?
Is how much?
It's how much.
It's how much?
Is it? It's how
So,
much.
yeah, I think it is. Tell.
Yeah. What's the problem if it's not?
Well, nothing really. Is
We
it?
can mix it up. We can edit it back. No one. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna start my how much.
Go on then.
Oh, so sorry, I don't have a picture of it.
Oh
Well,
dear,
that's not very
it's not
is
good.
it?
You can just visualize it.
Gosh,
It's
no,
It's
we
not
need a
something
picture.
specific then.
It's not that it's not specific. It's just it's not imperative for you to know. Okay, so let me give you a little background. My
It's gonna be a
how
story.
much is celebrity wedding cake.
Oh,
Okay.
Only celebrity wedding cake.
No, not any celebrity cake. The
So
most
we're not gonna
expensive
Oh,
wedding
Celebrity
cake
wedding
Oh
cake.
my god.
was Priyanka
Who?
Chopra
Who's that?
and Nick Jonas.
Okay. I know
Do you know
Jonas.
Nick Jonas and Nick Jonas's wife? Then, if you don't know who
Okay.
Priyanka is, she is an Asian actress. You do know her.
Saw something like this the other day.
It's gonna be at least,
I'm gonna show you a picture of them.
but not the cake.
But not the cake.
I wasn't there. I didn't see the cake.
They must have a picture
But
of
no
the
wedding
cake.
pictures. Hello.
Can't you Google the
OK
cake?
magazine. They didn't get no scoops.
Sorry.
Sometime
We don't know how many tiers it is. This could be just some little diddy thing, like
I doubt it.
one of them.
Okay, this is the couple, and this
Oh, there's
is
a
the
cake?
Okay.
Oh,
See,
that
the
looks
cake was very
lovely.
important.
Show this people.
I'll send it
Yeah.
to.
No, show them first.
Well, they'll see it when you see the picture. So do
Okay.
you know who she is now?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, well, it's not a great picture.
It's not the
of her
best
face.
picture of her face, though, to be fair.
All right,
But the
can you stop
cake is
taking
what
my
we
phone?
would see. It's the cake we're looking at.
Okay, so that cake, how many tiers was that? Like about 4 or 5?
It's like a
5 or
stack
6?
and stack and stack.
I'm gonna say they're not gonna be going to no
This one.
cheap person, are they? Oh, okay, yeah, I do know her.
Okay.
She was in
Pride.
she was in quite a few stuff, wasn't she?
I've gotta say, it's gotta be like 10,000 or something.
No, more, I would say.
Because like that wedding, I'm sure I read it somewhere that it was in its billions or something. The whole wedding. So let's say 10,000 just for argument's sake.
I would say
As the old folks would say.
You know that's you now, right?
maybe
Yeah, I know.
26,000.
26,000. And you went.
10.
I went 20. Did I say
10.
20?
You said 10.
10.
Okay, so let me just quickly see who's won.
Oh, so it's close then.
I'm not trying to be here doing maths right now.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Is that maths when you
So
look
it is
at
close
the
then?
price?
Okay. So, the winner is Mummy.
Oh, okay.
The cake cost 15 grand.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It is a lovely
Wow.
cake though, actually.
No, I wouldn't pay 15.
I think if I had
but,
money, I'd pay.
I
What's
did
it?
think it was going to be more just because of the windows and stuff.
I'm just thinking how many people are at the wedding?
It doesn't look like a
They
cake
won't
that you want to
probably-
eat. does it?
They probably wouldn't even let
Doesn't look-
anybody
that's
have
not-
it.
that-
That's not a cake.
Yeah.
That's cake.
Show the people.
That's not.
It's got
That's
a waterfall
cake.
by the look of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you're right. Actually, there's not much cake to it. It's
So
more
that's
structure.
that's the most expensive celebrity cake. The most expensive cake of all time is like a massive cake and it's full of diamonds and that was
Okay.
like millions.
Maybe that's where I was going
Yeah.
wrong.
But yeah, so
Jonah said got the moolah for them type of cakes.
No, he's gonna divorce
I don't know.
her
I was
soon.
No,
surprised
Chipora.
that it was only 15.
She's not that successful.
I thought that J-Lo would have rocked up at least like
That's
a
what I
mil
mean.
in all of
That's
her
just-
cakes.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
did you hear that J-Lo and what's he don't live together anymore?
Oh, no.
Who?
There's J-Lo
I
and
think they were
Dean,
only
split
doing
up.
it.
They've split up.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah. He says that she gets on his nerves.
He looks like it.
They don't live in the same-
face. He
they don't live
always
in the
looks
same
harassed.
Do you know what
Everywhere
I
they
feel
go,
like?
this man looks harassed.
I know. I feel like their
And that was a
agent.
weekly affair.
I feel like their agent must have said, "Yeah, so Jen's doing like a little tour, and we want to try and get attention for it.
Didn't
So
she just do a
can
movie
we
or
just
something?
pay you, Ben, to
To-
hang out with her for a
Yeah.
little bit?
Yeah.
Pretend you're
You
married.
guys can just
Yeah.
go ahead,
Again,
get
'cause
married,
it's
make
such a
it
lovely
into love
romantic
affair.
thing.
We'll do a whole romance about it. We'll do a whole film about it, and we'll get the
Keep
money
the
off,
heat off you while your ex is
saying
gone
that
mad.
you
Yeah.
was crazy.
Mm.
Now they're all coming out as, oh, they were alcoholics. Oh, it was fine when they were good
I
looking and they
know.
were bringing in the money though, wasn't it?
Moving on.
When he had his little dimple. Sorry.
Okay. Moving on. How much
My
is
God.
how much? How much is this plant?
Oh wow, a plant.
It is very pretty.
I don't know. Plants
Do you
are
know the
very
name of the
expensive,
pet?
to be
The
fair.
pet?
Is that going to make a difference?
It might do.
Because if it is, I will tell you. It's called a
Vagerated.
Variegated.
Monsterero
Monstera
albi.
Albo delicioso.
7 foot tall.
7 foot tall.
I like
4
it.
separate growing stems.
51 leaves.
Is
Who counted them?
how much?
Who counted them leaves?
Well, these sorts of plants actually, it does sell by leaves.
But you can't replant a leaf, surely. So
Oh,
why would
yeah.
they sell
Yeah.
by a leaf?
'Cause
You can plant the
Mummy
leaf.
gave
Of course
me
you
a
can.
leaf.
Yeah.
Just one leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mummy gave me like 3.
And money
and I
off the
put
money
them-
I
plant.
thought it had to have a root on it though.
No, you gotta
No,
have the
it's
leaf.
not.
Not the leaf.
She
Like
just gave me the
she
thing.
means like
Just a stem.
the stem with
like
the
one
leaf
of
on
the
it.
money things.
Yeah, but no root was on it, just a stem.
No, just no root on
You
it.
learn something new every day.
So anyway, how much is this plant?
I would say.
Think of it in your house.
£70.
Sorry,
Oh, is that not good?
it's how much?
That's a lot for a plant.
How much?
I'm gonna go.
Is that your final offer?
Yes.
Only just because I remember when I was looking for my money plant, they weren't coming with no little £70. I'm
That's for
gonna
sure.
go 275.
How much?
She got 200.
275. Is that right?
£2.75.
Okay, 275. It's
Why did I hit it right on the down
No.
on the head?
I'm sorry, you haven't.
Oh.
It is 1,295
See, I should have went higher.
God.
Because it's like puppies. They really regenerating them.
I'm not lying.
Oh no, £1,000.
And it ended on that. Was you bidding?
No,
I
innit?
don't think so.
Imagine. Okay, yeah. Imagine you just set it for your measly 50. Ria's gone in there with her bid. £50.
You know,
Go on then. Oh,
75 on that side.
oh yes.
1,295.
You got a low ball to get it for the price you want it.
Imagine how much you could sell a stem for,
You
though.
can't send that thing
You
in the
could
post.
sell,
then.
no, you could sell a stem
Come and get that.
for like £95, then, couldn't you?
Has it
Really?
got
No.
weed in there or
54.
something?
Sorry.
Has it got some kind of oil?
Take notes of
I
her.
know.
Or youthful oil?
Carry on.
Something
Ruth,
useful.
yours
Oh.
is how much?
I'm gonna have to get somebody to bring it up for me.
Where is it?
It's Supacell
Oh.
related.
Oh god.
I thought we'd keep in line. You know how we do.
Where is it?
So this
The camera.
camera. So
A new era in digital.
cinematography.
Say what it is.
45.
A new
Okay.
era. in digital cinematography. For over a decade, the Arri Alexa camera family has set the gold standard for digital cinematography. Now, Alexa 3.5 raises the bar even higher with the new Super 3.5 format, 4.6K sensor, and real color size.
You know, this means something to somebody.
It does, and I'm going to tell you what it means. So, basically, these were the cameras that were used in Supacell, and if anybody noticed, the melanin was popping.
What's it?
Popping.
Have
you noticed the melanin in Supercell compared to watching any other? Okay, well, watch it again, and then look at the beautifulness of how everything is filmed and how it's set, and even in a restaurant when they did the whole proposal, and
how much
the skin was glowing. So, how much do you think that this amazing?
I would say
60K
in the thousands as well. So. 3,095.
Do you want to go again? I'm just going to give you a chance.
Yeah, just
go
again, Mum. Go higher.
Higher?
Go higher.
Go again. Go on.
Okay.
I'm giving you a chance.
7,000.
Oh,
okay.
You are not getting the double digit.
One.
You are not getting the double digit. 60K.
60,000.
You're joking.
Yes. So including
good.
tax is £80,971. That's including tax.
Can I just
excluding tax? You may get it for 67.
Background as well from a production called. Thank you. A lot of the time, you need to rent these cameras because you cannot afford them. But you can make a living out of buying one of those cameras and renting them out to people.
That's what I was saying. I could find a lot of prices of people like, you can have it for a week for £4,000.
Yeah, £1,000 a day. Some of them are going for because, and if you need to be insured, uninsured to use that shizzle. Because if you bust a lens,
So, Mummy lost.
I think I lost because I didn't get any, but in general, you lost. I mean,
in that one I lost.
Yeah. You didn't even got a second go.
Oh no, I thought you was going to go high, then you went 3,000.
They went 7. That's £4,000. When someone says higher,
a person who can't afford it.
I know, apparently.
80,000. My goodness gracious.
So that was.
So there's how much?
How much?
On to what we're going to do now, dilemma.
Oh yeah, the dilemma.
What would you do?
We're going to do the dilemma. Get this. My dilemma for this week is you've got one son. Just one son. You've either got
did not do this.
Only son, or you've got a son in your family, and he gets to an age of 19 and he brings home a 40-year-old woman who is not going to have any children. No. What would you do? This is
That's it.
Only son.
Your only son.
What would you do?
How old am I?
Would you agree to?
Am I older or younger than the lady?
He does. No, it doesn't matter how old you are as the mother.
Kind of does. If I'm older than her, then okay, go on.
If it makes a difference, but this is the dilemma: is that you have one son, whether it's one amongst other children or your only child as a son, and he brings home a 40-year-old woman who decides that she's not going to have any children. He loves her, and he's asking you to accept her and get married, to accept her that they are going to get married.
Okay.
So he wants you to accept her. What would you do? I know that I would not be telling him that that's okay. I would actually try and make him think in a different light, only by bringing up the pros and cons about that sort of relationship. But what would you do?
I think I've got more of a problem with that he wants to get married at 19 rather than the fact of the age of the woman he's with, particularly. I do feel like the age plays a factor as well, but it's more the fact of what are you doing getting married at 19? Like, live a bit of more life. I'd probably go in saying, can you hold off getting married? Not necessarily like break up with her, but can you hold off getting married? And then just let's see how it goes for the next 4 years until he hits 23. And then if he's on like, okay, yeah, no, I still really want to get married to her, crack on then. Like, then I feel like...
Then she's going to be 45? Or something like that.
What does that mean?
Does that mean that's even less chance that she's going to have any children or change her mind about having any children? And this is your only son.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like
no, it is your dilemma. So, like, whatever you say.
No, the kid part really, once again, the age and the kid part doesn't really faze me. If you don't want kids and you don't want your life to be like that, ain't got nothing to do with me really past the age of 18. That's your decision. But what I'd say is live more life, because she's already 40. She's had a lot of life, sort of thing. So you live a little bit more life so that you can then come into the relationship with the 40-year-old and say, okay, yeah, you know, I do want to do this for life, because I don't want him then regretting it in like when he's like 25 and he's getting all these hoes and he's married to Miss 40 and she may be like going on with her menopause and stuff like that, and at that point now, and he's like, oh, well, I wish you told me. Yeah, I wish you told me to wait.
Like, how much do you know at 19, really?
As a man, I'm sorry, I do apologise.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, you do think.
Have you finished?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, like, as an overlap, as a man, what do you know at 19? Like,
And I'd be more concerned about what the fuck does she want with a 19-year-old as a big old 40-something-year-old woman? Like, all of that is lusting after some kind of young body, isn't it? That's all I would be thinking.
But he's in love with her, remember?
Yeah, he may be, but I don't know whether she would be.
It takes for boys to fall in love.
And this is the thing, like, I would be very dubious. I think that, you know, not to say
what would you do?
No, hold on. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've got to explore it. Jesus Christ. Not to say that, not to say there's something wrong with age gap relationships. I would just say that age gap, 19 and 43, there's something seriously gone wrong there, because why are you around 43-year-olds for a start? Like, why aren't you with girls and boys that are your own age and things like that? Similarly to her, how has this meeting happened that you've fallen in love and stuff? I would be worried, because this could be my friend, and then I'm really looking to find somebody then, because that's why I asked you, how old am I? Because I'm like, if this is my age, then I'm like, that's probably the only way you've got to know this person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm thinking of the logistics of it. So I'm thinking cradle snatcher. I'm thinking, how long has this been going on? I'm thinking, did this happen start at 19 or did this happen before 19? I'm looking to bust somebody's head open. That was my honest reaction.
Was like, I'm about to bust someone. There ain't gonna be a wedding.
Yes,
she ain't gonna be
like, you was very liberal. Like, oh, we're about to get married. Like, that would probably be the way I would have to try and approach it. But how I'd be talking to Leah about it was like, oh my God, I'm about to hold back, because I'm about to go and slap this bitch up. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? That would be my initial reaction.
But that is his future wife.
I wouldn't.
You're going to go and slap him up.
Okay, let's not go there. But I wouldn't be talking
about. This is the dilemma.
I know, but I wouldn't be talking about having kids and shit. Like, I could give a fuck about you having kids with her. I'm glad you can't have kids with her, is what I would be saying. Because hopefully, when this shit is done,
no, you get
when this shit is done.
It's not that she can't have children.
It's that she maybe
she doesn't
want them.
No, she doesn't want them. She doesn't want them is the dilemma.
Well, then that's good. I'm glad.
She doesn't want them.
I'm glad.
So
because my son can then go and have children with somebody who's of fucking age.
The more that you push to say you don't do that, the more he's going to just carry on doing it. And he's never going to tell you nothing.
Listen, I am well aware of that.
This is why I said.
Okay, that's why I said I wouldn't be saying this to him. I would say this to his dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But to him, I'd be like, oh, babe, like, you you know, what made you fall in
yeah.
love? Like, how do you think what makes you think you're in love and all of that type of stuff? And then when she breaks her heart, my big old shoulder would be right there. Come on, baby, cry, baby, cry. Get started.
This was actually
next time get a girl your own age. That
this was actually
because they're no good either.
No, but
that
still,
could have been a good
at least she can sing along, and she won't be singing the fucking 1990 version of the song,
Please,
and he's singing the 2000 fucking 19 version
so
of the song.
would you prefer it the other way around then? That you're
I don't want any, none.
It's just none.
Well, this was.
If anybody knows,
that's why it's so emotive.
if anybody knows
you know that
me and my one son,
very
literally. Well, this is the thing. Oh my god, I've got to tell you this story quickly.
Okay, we're gonna pause it. Or
No, we can tell it. So, quick time, home visit. Yeah, so he's going into reception. They had these home visits. So his teachers come to the school. From the first time he's gone into the teacher's room, I was like, fuck. It's a blonde woman, okay? And it was just like, I went home and I said to Lee, that's it now. Set in stone, his first girlfriend's going to be a fucking white blonde woman. And so he's burst out laughing because I was like, I don't know, there's something about your first primary school teacher, isn't it? So I was like, it's already set something into this boy's psyche as far as I was concerned. Huh?
Was Lee's one black?
Lee's what one black?
His teacher.
Was his first teacher black? I doubt it.
I doubt it, but I don't know. This was just
like,
my
she black.
thing. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, why did it have to be the blonde one? Was all I was thinking, because they're both white, but I was just like, why did it have to be the blonde one? And she's lovely.
She's not racist.
No, she's absolutely lovely. This is the thing, but let's not go there. So,
you were black, mom, and you would prefer if they were looked like you.
So like
That's
me.
it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
If you're gonna,
no, it's a flawed theory, guys,
there
and
you
I'm
go.
sorry. Like, it's not based in any science or fact.
It's
it
just
was
what it is.
My mum's
as
feeling.
a person who was made of.
So he's coming into the door now. She's coming to the door. This boy's like, Miss. I won't say her name. Arms fling out.
Oh my god.
She go, yes.
I've never even had a hug grandmother.
And that's it. And he was like, oh, come in. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, oh my god.
And he definitely ain't watched any fairy tales, so that's just innate in them.
I know. But he is a very loving kid, so this is how I was rationalising it to myself.
Nope.
Anyway,
He's never hugged
He loves
me.
her.
he's a very loving kid.
It's like,
He loves her.
hug your granny. Hug nanny. Hug
If he comes back in 19 years, just remember this story.
Yeah,
okay?
and she's 40.
do you know what I mean?
I literally am just at the point where I'm just like, okay.
Whatever.
It's
It is
clear
what it
that
is.
I would have preferred he was gay. He's clearly not gay.
Why?
Because I know that if he'd brought a partner home, I would have then got on with them. Do you get what I mean? Like,
I
I get on with gay guys. It's just going to be, I feel like, well, I'm going to go with the fact of, you can tell me anything, but the same thing I said to my niece is, I don't want to know about any of your friends before you're coming to me and saying, okay, no, these ones are locked in. So I said, friends. I said friends for being it. I'm thinking like,
I don't know.
When he's like getting boyfriend, girlfriend and stuff like that, if you want to talk about what's happening in the relationships, that's all well and good. Until you're trying to say, I want to marry this person, don't bother introduce them to me.
No, that's what my mum said.
I don't see the point because I don't want to do either of these two. I don't want to get attached. And then you're saying, no, I'm not. Which I wasn't trying to name names, right?
Sorry.
But I don't want to get too used to them. And then you turn around and you're like, nah, because I'm not trying to be dating my mum. Born that person, and I'm like twice because I'm like I don't understand what happened, but I have to support him. And then the other side where you bring in home some woman that's ratchet. Do you get what I mean?
Years old.
And I'm just like what is this for you? And then you're in love with her and you want to marry. Just give me the point where you're at marriage, and then give me the renaissance.
Like it,
are we back on the dilemma?
You just gotta like it.
Or are we doing hate and congratulate?
No, I'm just saying.
Can we just say that hate
so
and
I'm saying by that point, have you just got to like or love it then? Because you can't have a say then by that point.
like I said,
at least you can give it advice beforehand.
And I can give the advice. I'm just saying, don't be introducing me like that. Like they can say hi to me, but don't be bringing into my yard
Say
and
hi
sitting
to
home.
you. What,
And
from the car, like, hi, Mrs.
not going to be in my yard. So you better.
I think we're back on the dilemma.
The parents better like
we're gonna
him
move
enough
on
for him to be going to
sooner or
their yard.
later.
Oh no, I want to see them. I gotta be honest, like especially,
Yeah, no, I
and
wanna
obviously
see
because I've got
her.
the girls as well.
I just
like,
don't want-
I want to see them. I need to know
yeah,
faces.
nice.
Like this is it. She started going on the whole. Oh, I'm going to this person's house. I'm going to that person's house. Names, numbers.
Yep.
Addy, I need it all. Do you know
Make
what I mean?
sure-
And
make
she's like,
sure
oh
as
my
well.
gosh,
Make
Mom,
sure-
I don't even really speak to this person like that. I was like, well then you don't
Well,
really
don't
need
go
to
to
go
their
then,
house.
do
Yeah.
you? Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
you lot have
You
to
don't
do the
really
same
need to
thing.
go
This is
there.
your mother that you're telling me.
We used
Yeah,
to say,
well,
we used to,
I
I
need to
used
know
to
where
say
my
the
child
same
is.
thing.
Trust me,
I
I need
used
to
to
know where
say
she
the
is.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
This is your mother that you're telling
Yes.
me to.
I
And
know.
Are
just
we
to let
back
you
on
know-
hate and
just to let
congratulate?
you know, I moved out at 16.
So did I, but still, you know what I mean? Now,
This was a dilemma for somebody on YouTube. It was an actual killing because the woman was actually
killed her.
married and knew this boy from the age of 14
see what I mean?
and had a sort of like, come over
See
and
what I mean?
have a, like,
my
have
son's
a,
best friend.
she didn't
One
have
of them
no
ones.
children herself. And when he reached 19, he must have took a liking to her, and he was actually in love with her.
What's
And
that? He was
That's how
infatuated.
much-
He was,
No,
hold on, so
a
at
man can fall in
23,
love,
hold
that's what
on,
they think he
hold on.
is.
So at 23, he was about to call it off. But he went over.
told you,
He went
23.
over to our house to call it off, and they got into bed and a sexual relationship. The husband decided that he was coming home early.
Oh, shit.
So when he
So she's
came
married as well?
home, that's
Oh
what I
my
said,
God.
that she was married. In this case, she was
The
married.
dilemma one.
Our dilemma, she's not married, but thank God, because like
Then we're really
Rhea would be in
scraping the barrel, do you
prison.
know what I mean?
But
I'd be the
She's
husband in
married, I'm
prison.
definitely
Do you know what I
out.
mean?
So the husband is
Wasting
now
a good
actually.
specimen of a child.
So
This
the
old heifer.
So the husband came home, found them in bed, and
killed him.
came up and found a crystal vase or something, smashed it over his head, and he died.
Oh my God.
The mother of the boy, because it's her only child, and he never had a father because he died recently as well. Couldn't believe it, and she actually, obviously was inconsolable.
Who?
The mother of the boy, because
Okay.
he's dead now, and
And who? Yeah.
and
who's
the
making that
father
right
went to
for
prison
her?
for 20 odd years.
So now she got no husband.
second
She got
degree
no
murder.
boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that woman's lost her son for what reason?
Oh,
so
no.
that she could
They
get
says
some
that
young
she's
body.
now
Like,
got
no.
the house, the car,
Yeah,
the
all
business
worked
that
out
the
for her.
husband was working on, and all that. So that was the dilemma.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
that was-
gosh, that was kind of heated, wouldn't you say?
That was too much, literally. Like that got me a bit too in my feelings. Can we do ones that aren't so like relatable next
Emotive.
time?
Oh, what do you mean? It can't be
I'm
like
already
that.
going through like teenage
What are you
years.
talking about? Women
Like,
asked about the man versus bear. You're like, get back!
yeah, but that wasn't like thingy.
Oh, have
Like,
you seen the Jamaican version of that? It's like there's a bear outside and the man just goes outside and he's like, you better move off my boat. He just starts like batting him away. You better
Jamaica's
move
like,
off my boat.
come out of here.
That's the accent. He said the bear's like, oh,
I didn't know you were
I didn't know you were black.
Sorry,
I thought you were
sorry.
some of these white people.
All that melanin is far too
Yeah,
much.
too much for me. Too
So moving on
much. That was a
quickly,
good one. Well done, Mark.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't
moving
care
on
about
quickly. What's next?
Hate and congratulate.
Hey, congratulate. Well, I'd like to start with the congratulate.
You were saying what?
I'd like to congratulate my two granddaughters for getting through exams
Oh, okay.
and other school things before school ends. So I would say,
GCSEs
Well done.
done. Yeah, right.
You know,
done.
College
well done. beautiful grandchildren,
Starting.
geniuses, of course.
All round.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that's
and we
my
have grandsons
congratulations.
starting like their new 4-year-old journeys as well. So school and nursery school. Like,
Yes,
so,
all that is happening.
It's all go.
You know,
Gonna be
graduating from school.
Come September.
You know.
Literally. Again, slip my wrist.
So, hey, to congratulate.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
the
maybe not.
19-year-old.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
That is my point.
Can we not talk?
On a
Can we not talk?
Okay, go on then. What's your
You're
name?
the one who wants to
Congratulate
get yours out of the way all quick and in a rush.
Mother. What's yours? Mom.
Hey, to congratulate.
You did
I congratulate already.
Oh, what was yours?
Congratulated.
Oh, so what's your hate?
Grandchildren.
Oh, you haven't got a hate.
You don't have to have both, do you?
You don't have to.
The
But I've got
grandkids
to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you?
so
Yeah.
what was the end of the story?
What was the end of the story?
He showed
He
around.
put his hand.
Yeah,
You
do
give her a
big
big fat
hug.
hug.
So I'm just saying, like, I was back to the dilemma that it's like an older
Oh, it was a
lady
trigger.
who's young. It was like, oh damn, do you know what I mean?
That's your daughter-in-law. Imagine.
I
She's
know,
older than
imagine. But at least, no, she's younger than
40.
me. That's what I said. Is she younger than me or older than
It
me?
doesn't make no difference.
This teacher's younger than me.
Anyway.
But yeah, it just did make me think. Not that I will care. I have got to say, maybe we need to do this as a topic one of the days.
Absolutely. We'll be here all day.
I say I don't care, but I think I do care.
I think
You
so
think?
too.
I think
No,
so.
I do.
Yeah, no.
I do care a lot.
God,
A
don't
lot.
let 18 or 19 come too quick. Yeah, for my poor
Just
grandson.
let it be known. The
Oh,
more
my
you
rich
push on
grandson.
it, the more that it's going to
Well,
get
that's why I don't
further out
mention
of
it
the
though. So,
My hate and congratulate before mummy cuts off.
oh shit.
Goes on a tangent and wraps up. Basically, she's like she's about to wrap up the whole show.
Oh,
My hate and congratulate is I'm hating this weather at the moment. I'm sorry.
You're hating the sun at the moment?
No, excuse me. Let me just finish. Women. Damn. This has been the first in a long time that it has been sunny. The last time it has been sunny was when we was on holiday and that was 3 days or something like that. So now we've hit a nice period, and even yesterday when it was nice, the day it got hot, these fucking flying ants. I'm terrified of ants. Just normal ones that crawl, but they're now like redeveloped these disgusting they're massive as well.
Huge,
and they got these nasty little wings, and then like even when they're dying on my windscreen as I'm driving, I'm like like literally absolutely hate it. So
on your windscreen.
I've hated the fact that it's just been terrible weather in July. Obviously I'm used to it by this point because of this country, but June and July has been gross here. And then we've come into summer now. Today's not been too bad, but yesterday was gross in terms of the flying ants and insects, because you totally forget about that part. And for those of us who suffer hay fever. So I'm not here for this country, because why is it that I don't get hay fever in other hot countries? Was I rubbing my nose or sneezing in Greece? No.
Was you? No, you wasn't.
No. Breathe. Deep breaths. Why is it this country is just not made for me?
Artificial weather.
Yeah, it's not made for me, and then it makes me sticky and just icky.
That's one thing today.
Because we
it's
don't
not even
live
nice
by
heat.
no
It's
breeze.
just like
you'll have
It's
to
just
walk around with a
weird.
spray.
clothes heat. That's just not even nice heat.
No.
I need beach heat. Oh,
So
no.
that's
No, I don't need
no,
any beaches.
just the hate.
That's my hate.
You got no happy times that's happened.
I
since
didn't
I've
know
been
I was
here.
doing
know
two
that we had to do
actually.
two.
Oh, I
I've just
thought it
been
was
hating.
Come on then.
I've been hating.
Okay, well, my hate was I didn't really want England to win. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't,
Ooh.
because
They didn't.
I know, that's my point. I'm kind of glad. Because they don't fucking deserve to win. Because
dear.
this is what I'm saying. No, they don't.
So
Do you know
is
what
this
I
a
mean?
hate then?
Congratulations to Spain! That's what I'm saying. Congratulations to Spain. Because I don't like the way that these
You gonna
people
get
go on.
cancelled.
Literally, I don't like the way they go on. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. So
Yeah,
we'll just leave
They
it
just treat
right there.
Well, I actually wanted to say congratulations.
And can I just say congratulations? My mum kind of covered that, but yeah, congratulations to my babies because you've all done amazing. Literally,
Absolutely amazing.
You've made me so proud between nursery graduations, between GCSEs, proms. I had one performing at the Crescent Theatre the other day, dancing like tennis, ball crew in for some amazing tennis stars, and then we had like a presentation evening last night, so it's just nice to hear like all the good stuff that your kids are doing. I'm always proud of my kids, so I don't need an excuse. But
I'm proud of all the grandchildren.
Excuse me, is this my hate or congratulate or what? So I was in the finger evening. No, it's mine.
No, you're forgetting her son done a graduation as well.
What?
And it was fantastic.
Sorry.
You've
already said it.
So yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. But yes, I'm just want to say congratulations, and to my nephew as well, because my nephew did graduate as well, and I'm sure I did mention that before. But yeah, I do want to congratulate them all. They are doing amazing things. They're wonderful children. And I'm glad. Oh, and there's one more thing.
Oh God, she's going to start crying.
I've got a new family member coming.
Oh yes.
I've had a terrible
Not
time.
one that's coming out her womb, guys.
No, not this time.
One who welcoming.
Not this time. Not out of my own vajayjay this time.
Maybe next
You don't want me to have to put that woman up again, dear, when you talk about vajayjay.
You see the woman. You see the word that she is. Not this time, because. Like her dog, she said no more from me.
But you know what it is? Anybody that's had
and then two now dog. What she said about these babies, me now want no more babies.
I did
no
never
more
say that. I never actually said that. Never actually said that. I said I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Now, this is the first time I've said I'm not having any more.
When they're wrong.
This is the only time I've said I'm not having any more. The other times I was like, yeah, I think I'm done now. Anyway, my puppy was born the other day. He's so cute.
Have you sorted a name yet?
No, I haven't got a name yet. But for those that don't know, I had a dog and he passed away in October. I think it was just October. So it was just really sad and depressing. And I didn't think that I was going to get another dog, to be honest, because, I thought, I just can't deal with this heartbreak. I literally can't deal with it.
It is a heartbreak.
So R.I.P. Murphy. But I couldn't bear looking out in my garden every single day. And like, do you know how hard it is? It's like, I've got this massive kennel, and every time I would go to, put leftovers or something in the bin, it was like, I'd go to give it to the dog, or I'd go to put water out, so I've only just stopped that.
Great, and now you're gonna forget.
I know, but now I feel like I've stopped doing the action, but now I'm just looking out there like, I'm ready now. Like, I want a dog. I want. Can
I just ask? Well, how big are they as a puppy?
Oh, they get
at the moment. I know they're going to a horse. Shiloh's going to be riding that.
I saw the small one.
Little saddle.
I saw the big ones.
Very cute.
But have you not held it?
Yeah, I've held it. It's tiny at the moment. It's like days old. Like literally was born on the 11th.
They're still quite big.
They're very chunky. They're bigger than our pit puppies. Right. So they are going to be bigger. There's no doubt about that.
And mastiff.
Wow!
Yeah,
within months.
What's your positive thing, Mum? What's the positive thing?
That
what are you packing?
I think my gym membership is actually paying off. I actually do think that.
Finally! She feeling good. Look at her glowing. She's smiling.
I actually do think that it's getting a little smaller. It is
looking good.
So yeah. Always stick with stuff. Don't give up on the first instance. I'm one of those people that my sister classifies as determined. I'm a very determined person. I've got to make it or break it. But you do feel the pain, and when you've got other pains, it's not great. But a positive thing is that sooner or later you will see the positives side of it, and you will feel healthier. I've also given up caffeine for a while.
Up smoking.
Have you? Gosh.
But my positive thing has been, because these bitches ain't said nothing about it. It was also my birthday.
Happy
3-1, but I'm going to tell people from 32 so I can roll back the years later.
Okay.
So 32.
You do realise if you go back, I can go back too.
No, I didn't know this is the rule, so yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, what else?
Oh gosh, I was just gonna say to you guys to watch this episode of a podcast that I watched because it was really interesting, and it just goes to the thing that we were talking about sons and children and stuff. It's a guy called Marvyn Harrison. He started Dope Black Dads. I don't know if you, it's like a platform I see on Instagram. It's been on a lot of stuff. But yeah, I was watching, it's like a 2-part episode, and I would just say, like, guys, just go and watch it. Like, I wouldn't even just say guys, I would say women as well, because it still applies, but he talks a lot about like fatherhood. I was like, maybe I need to unblock my father and send him this episode, because seriously. No, I know. It was pure joke. It was pure ingest. But I just mean, it actually was really good to resonate. And obviously he's talking to, they're probably not that young, to be fair. They are young guys, but they're probably not that young. But some of the stuff that he was saying, I was just like, you know what? I feel like more people need to hear this. And at some point, I was just like, patting myself on the back, and then Lee came in and I was like, you know, I just need to pat you on the back as well. Because like all of this stuff that, you know, this man was mentioning, I was like, well, we already do that. We do that. But it was good to thingy, like, not for my own ego, but it was just good to listen and hear from somebody else how they've kind of made mistakes and, you know, learn from their mistakes, and now they're, you know, I think he's a psychologist or something like that. But yeah, I just thought, let me mention that while we're on. And congratulations to IMO Podcast for doing such good discussions, man. Black men speaking out.
There are a few good discussions out there, actually. Good podcasting.
Yeah.
And that wraps it up, apart from our riddle.
Oh, the riddle to end.
And who's got the riddle?
I think I sent it to the chat. If somebody wants to pull it up. So the riddle to end is, I have no life, but I can die. What am I? Don't comment. Love you guys. Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.